Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm transforming Magic Square MS-05 Night Stalker, or Onslaught as I like to call him. And this is a very easy transformation. I actually did it first time without a manual. I don't really know how, but I did. I did have it for reference, but I really didn't need to look at it at all. When you're moving him about, be very careful, because these can do some... the legs can do some damage to these little skirt pieces, and you can flake the color of these lights if you are not careful. And I'm going to try to show you the best way of doing this, not making it flake, but actually making it go into alt mode. There are several different ways you can do this in, but I'm just going to show you my way, and hope for the best. Okay, rotate the head, because you don't want to have a visible head syndrome later on. Out with the arm, out with this little thing, turn it around, tab it in, and then fold the entirety of the hand inwards like that. Open this up and fold the wheel out, and rotate it 90 degrees so it won't separate when you are actually going forward like that. You fold it at the ratcheted piece there, and rotate this so the wheel is on the outer side. And now we are ready for other stuff. So let's do the second arm off camera. Now you come to the back, you separate these, and you pull this back, and you separate this, and that is a very good tab, so you have to use force there. Before we fold everything upwards, we're going to hinge this out, and that's because these need clearance on the side, and they don't have that if we are not doing it in the right order, like that. But before that, fold this upwards and out. Come to the back side of it and fold the lamps out. Like that. Now we're going to fold that up, and then we're going to fold this in on both sides. And you do have some tabs here that goes into the arms. So push that in. And this is why you want the wheels rotated 90 degrees, because you don't want them untransforming. Now, we push this in, and the front is done. You can push these side pieces outwards for now. You come to the doors, you fold this little piece out, and then you fold the windshield out. We're not going to tab those in, because that's just annoying. Fold this little filler piece up, and fold that in. Turn the wheel out and extend them like that, and that's one side done. Rotate the waist like that, and now we are actually going to extend these out, because you are going to rotate the hips, and you're going to put it like that, and you want this piece here to just angle outwards above this little port here, so it looks something like that. And for that you need everything to just go outwards there, something like that. Sorry, I did that off camera. Something like that. You want a little gappage here between those, and these are going to be out for now. You can just give yourself some room, extend the waist joint there. Now, you come to the legular region. You hinge the foot out, you untab this piece, and you untab this as well, because this is going to be, well, it's going to hold everything together. You get this out. No, sorry. You're going to fold that out. And you're going to then hinge this down. You see you have a little hinge there. So you hinge that down, and you do the same thing with the other side. And that can be quite difficult. But there, I got it. Like that. Okay. This comes out like that, and you fold that piece out as well. Before we actually tab this in, we need to fold the foot back and in. And as you can see, you need to do that so it's very aligned, let's just say aligned, with the lines in there. Because then we can close that back up and then tab this in. And that leg is now done. Don't forget about the heel. The heel! Now he looks like a mess. I know, but you are going to do this anyway, and it's going to be glorious. You have to align the knee to the backward position, so it's a bit slanted there. And then you're going to angle the part in the hip, and you're going to align that with that. This part with that part. That is the way you want it looking. You extend this piece and you fold this piece in to have clearance for the turret. And you angle everything away. You fold this down and over. And you press this little port in, and then you lock everything in place on that side. And I can tell you, this is the easiest time I've had doing that. So, yay. And as you can see, there is space for the groin cloth, or whatever you call it. Now, I'm going to show you the other leg as well, because it's different, and you need to do that secondly. So we hinge everything over to that side. I'm going to straighten this out. I'm going to tab everything in together. And this is quite difficult, so you want to come to the underside and just press it in. You fold this up, and you see here that you this is going to tab into that. So you need to be wary of everything here, because it's going to be messy. Like that. And then you tab things into these, but sometimes you want to do these first. So you have everything lined up. I don't really know why these won't line up. Lining things up can be a pain here, so be very patient. It's better to be patient than to break stuff, I think. Like that, and now everything is tabbed in and looks as it should. Now we come to the front, and again we have to rotate those wheels. You have the door on a double hinge, and it's going to tab in on the inside there and tab in here, and this is going to go in a slot in here. My advice is to fold the windows down a bit, not too much, because then they won't do you any good. And then just press that in. Like so. I'm going to do that again because this is a tricky part. It's going to tab in there, up here, and there. So angle these forward, fold the window in a bit, and then press to tab everything in. And that's the way you want things looking. Now we come to this, and again we're going to tab this together and hinge these parts all the way up and tab this together and rotate it around. And this is difficult to tab in because that tab is just outrageously difficult. And you pull these out, and they are going to look cockeyed, unfortunately, but that is how you want things looking. Hinge this back if you want to, and if you want to, you can actually have them sitting more back. But this is him in alt mode. Now to get him into combined mode, you have to do a lot of the things that you did when you went into the alt mode. So turn the head, rotate these. Just don't fold the hands in, because we don't need that. And now it looks like that. Untab these, of course. Fold that out. Hello. Straighten these out. And I did that by... You're going to pull this section out like that. And then you're gonna fold the arms backwards. And here you have a hinge that's going downwards. And this hinge has to be, it's a double hinge, so you want that as far inwards as possible. And you do the same thing on the other arm. You open that up, you fold that in, you rotate this up, and then you break that elbow and fold this in. Now, you want to squeeze this as tight as possible. Now, this is how you want things looking up here. These wheels are supposed to be out. And then you fold these on to the pegs here, which can be very frustrating to do, but yeah. And then you tab this piece onto that backpack, but now I did it the wrong way, so I'm just gonna keep that hopefully tabbed in and do the other side, because this side needs to be under that. So again, up, tab that side piece in if you are able. This is such a... There, it's supposed to be there, yes. And the arm should be down so that this piece can come into that. Let's see if it does. Yes, it did. Fold that up. Fold this arm in because it should be in. Angle this down, then up, and again push this into the side, then close this up. And everything should just tab in. Doesn't always. And we open the front piece of the legs up like that. You hinge this feet part out. You untab this so you can open. You have to untab this like that. You fold the foot back, and you're going to work that down and into the leg like so. And then open this up again. Tab that in and tab that back together. If you're able. I seem not to be able to do anything today. But there you are, and you close that back. Now you come to this piece. This is supposed to be like that now. And this is quite risky. You have to be very careful what you do here, because you're going to fold out these skirt pieces. You're going to rotate this around like that. Fold this up, and this toe is going to go into this piece we had such fuss with earlier, like that. And then you close this all up, like that. There is a little tab here that it should go into the leg at the side of the arm, like that. But that's more for place holding and not for actually sticking where it should be. But that is one side done. Lastly, you want to pull these out, like that. And there you have him in combined mode.